So hello and welcome back to another Gumardee video. And my name is Glenn, and in today's video we're talking about hoarding 50-cent coins. So when you first get into coin collecting, you tend to develop a habit of collecting any coin that you actually see from circulation. So here I have quite a lot of 50-cent coins, and as you can see, they're all commemorative ones, but I do have quite a few 50-cent coins that are mob of ruse. And what were mob of ruse? But what I see on the coin groups is that a lot of people, they just collect a hell of a lot of the commemorative coins, so a lot of the first year, and I'm no different. I have culled quite a lot of these coins because I used to have pretty much a few $100s of them. So why do people actually do this? Well, most new collectors think that, these are unique. Oh, I've never seen them before, because a lot of people don't really look at their coins. So they wouldn't even know that these are in circulation. They probably know that one because that's the most common. But a lot of people just don't look at their coins, so they don't know what is actually on the coins. And because they don't know that, they don't know the mintages, they don't know what the actual value is. So the first coin in the decimal series that was hoarded were these 50-cent coins here. So this is a 1970 Cook coin, and as you can see, these ones are in pretty high grade. And this one's a bit, has lots of dings in it, but it's still pretty much high grade coin. So these were kept in large numbers in the 1970s, and that is the reason why you get them all in pretty much extremely fine to uncirculated. These ones are probably EF to almost uncirculated. This is pretty common to get these coins in this condition. Now these coins can sell in high grade, pretty much uncirculated, for $5. They have a mintage of, if I can 16.5 million coins, and there's also another 500,000 that were issued in plastic cases. So 16.5 million is quite a lot of coins. And because they only had the 1969 Mob of Ruse, which had about 14 million. So this was more common in the 1970s than the actual Mob of Ruse. So, but 1971, the Mob of Ruse come back, so people still kept this. And the reason why they kept it was, they probably wanted to hand it down to their children because they thought the value of these would actually increase. But you can buy these coins, as I said, $5, which, based on inflation, is less than what the inflation value is. So the inflation value is probably about $7 or $8 now. So these ones are really not a good thing to keep in the long term. And every now and then there is a big hoo-ha about these coins, and a lot of people like to keep them and put them in their collection again. Then, sooner or later, they're probably spent in the market. So people just go to shops and just sell them. If you look at this coin here, it looks like that has a error card. So, but it's not. It's just his hair. And you can see his hair on there, so that you don't get confused with the centre of Australia. That's the first coin that was actually hoarded. Then we have the second coin. So this one is the Silver Jubilee. Quite a nice design. And it has a mintage of 25 million. So this is a very common coin. Pretty much in this condition. So this is almost uncirculated. And that one's almost uncirculated. If they're if they're in this grade, like this here, this is probably E, I would say, I just spend them. So I thought, why did I keep this one? Yeah, I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm selling those a lot. But in general, if they're in this condition, I just spend them. 25 million. It's quite easy to pick up a coin for like $2 or $3 in uncirculated grade. So it's the second coin that was hoarded. And these probably were started to be hoarded again after Queen Elizabeth died this year, 2022. And probably at other occasions as well. And then we have the 1981. So this coin. So first of all, most of these coins are minted in Australia. This was a 50-cent coin that was minted in the UK, and it had a mintage of 20 million. So also quite common coin. But in 1997, when Lady Diana Spencer passed away, there was people, getting excited and saying, oh yeah, these are going to become scarce. So people started to collect these coins again. As you can see, these ones do have a lot more wear than the 1970s coins. So a lot of these did stay into circulation. And as you can see, this one has a lot of wear. But anyway, 97, people started to collect these again. And obviously, some people collected too much. And eventually they were released on the market. So a coin like this one, I'd just spend that. It's not really worth keeping. Then we have, that one has wear on here on the face, so I'd just spend that as well. So obviously they're very common coins, 20 million. Most of them are still in circulation, because as you can see, they're not as badly damaged as a coin from, I don't know, is a Mob of Ruse. This is 1980, well circulated. As you can see, this one, it's a double bar, but anyway, that's a different story. It has more circulation, because people see this and goes, oh, I've never seen this coin before, wonder if it's worth a lot of money, better keep it. And then eventually they find out it's worth 50 cents, and then they just spend it again. The main wear you can see is on top of a Prince of Wales head. Anyway, so that's the third coin that was kept in pretty much this type of grade, so EF condition. But there were none of these that were issued in proof. They weren't also issued in uncirculated coin sets. So this one's going to be a harder coin to get in higher grade, because it was just issued for circulation. Then we have the 1982. So I might skip over a few of these and just go through them pretty quickly. This one's also very common, has a mintage of 49.6 million. So this one, if you get a few rolls of coins, you should at least get one or two. So this coin I'd only keep in uncirculated grade. I'm not too sure why I kept these. I did put them on eBay. There are no bites, so I'm just going to spend all these ones, because you keep one good one for your collection, but eventually you're just going to dump the rest, because really you're losing value with inflation. These are about $1 or $2 in uncirculated condition. And then we have some other common date coins. So these ones are not very popular. So 2002, that one has a mintage of, sorry, I'm reading from the coin book, 11.5 million. So you can get an uncirculated grade, that's good. This one, 95, not really one of my favourite coins. This one's okay condition, but I would spend it in this grade. So that one has a mintage of 22.4 million. Then we have this 93. Once again, I'd only keep that in high grade. Oh, no, not 2005, should I say. So that is a mintage of 20 million. And that was issued in the same year as This coin here was also minted. So that has a mintage of about 26 million. But this one you can get cards on it. So there's no cards on that one. It has damage. So it's still high grade coin. So this is a coin you want for your collection. If we look at the other ones, so these ones have got cards on them. That's the only reason why I keep them. But the cards seem to be common, so I wouldn't be too phased in collecting them. And sometimes you can get doubling. These coins are doubling. The robe card is quite common. So there's a cut on the chin. So cuts are just caused when a piece of the die breaks. Okay, then we have 2003 volunteers, also very common coin, 13.9 million, worth keeping in uncirculated condition. Then we have these ones. So I'm not talking about error or variety coins. They're a different beast in them. But if you want to talk about variety, so 94, this one had a mintage of, okay, sorry, 21 million. So, but you've got two varieties on the date. You've got the wide and narrow date. Do I have two varieties there? Yeah, there you go. This is the narrow date, that's the wide date. They're the two varieties you want. And the reason why these are varieties is that they were intentionally made. If it was an error, then it wouldn't be made intentionally. But the two dates varieties seem to be quite common. So only worth keeping these in pretty much uncirculated condition. And then we have the 2000 coin, so the Millennium. But this one was issued along with the Royal Visit. So you've got two different effigies. So the Royal Visit has a mintage about 5.1 million. This one's 16.6. So only really worth keeping these in uncirculated if the Union Jack is in use or if it has fat lettering. Apart from that, not really worth keeping because they're very common coins. This one, 5 million. Yeah, in this condition, yeah, probably not really worth keeping. They seem to be common. They only sell for a few dollars. So as you can see, these ones are pretty high grade. But nothing really special about those ones. And so this is a condition you probably want to keep it in. Staining. But, you know, only worth about $2 to $3 in that condition. Then we have, yep, seen those ones. Then we have this one, Australia Day. Not really my favourite coin. So about 11.4 million. No one really wants this coin, so this one's in high grade, so good for your collection. Yeah, but they only really sell for like $2 or $3 in uncirculated grade. And if you pay more than that, you really might get ripped off. You can see I have quite a few of them. Then let's have a look at the rest. Okay, then we have 2016. So these are different commemoratives in that they have the Motley Rouge on this side, on the reverse. And on the obverse with the effigy, they have an old coin. But really, they should have just put the old pre-decimal coins on this side and just put the denomination. Because, yeah, that's really just a terrible design. But anyway, this one is 7 million. And this condition probably worth $1 or $2. Not really worth selling unless you're selling them in bulk. Then we have 2001. Sorry, this is not in chronological order. So after 2001, you do have a lot of die breakdowns on the Australia side. These seem to be common. But it's harder to get a coin that has Australia originally the way it's supposed to be. This is high grade coin, probably worth $2 or $3. There were 43 million of these minted, so very common. And I actually do like that coat of arms. The ones to get, so these ones I keep in any grade, are these state coins. So this is pretty much 180 coins to actually keep. There's about between 2 and 3 million of each of these. You can go to Numa Store or get a coin catalogue to actually find out. So Tasmanian one has 2.2 million. The South Australian one has 2.4 million. Really, these are getting a bit harder to collect because people know about them, so they do keep them. They sell about $4 or $5 in this condition. So it's not bad for a 50-cent coin, as you can see. Quite a few. So what I prefer to sell these along with the 20-cent coin as a lot, about $5 or $6. Not bad for coins you get for 70 cents. And these are usually in higher condition because people know what they are. And then we have the 98. So I don't have any of the 91s. Okay, sorry, 88. I don't have any of the 91s. I sold them all. They seem to sell for about $5, and same with this coin. These sell for about $5. So there's about 9 million of these minted. But they're just quite a nice design. And generally when you find them, you're going to find them in this grade. Because like the 1970s coin, people know what they are, so they do keep them. And I find these two very rarely in very low grades. I've only ever found one of these coins lower than this grade. I've found a few, but I just spend them if they're in lower grades than this. It's not worth collecting. And pretty much they're all the 50-cent coins I have got out. So there are quite a few others, like the 1991, which is, pretty collectible, with the ram's head. Then you have the Marbo, the 2017, 1.4 million. And also the International Year of Languages for only 2 million. So they're a bit lower, but they are not really that popular. They only sell for about $3 or $4. In 2014, ATIS with only 3 million. So the coins, 50-cent coins issued since 2000 have been, 2010 should I say, have been quite low mint, but there is no demand for them. Maybe in the future there will be, so those coins I'd actually just keep. And as you can see, this one's in pretty high grade. Let's have a look at the next one. So these sell for about $3 or $4. There's really no demand for these. When Queen Elizabeth died, I think there was a brief resurgence in these type of coins, but they have died down pretty much now. So I hope this helps you with your 50-cent coin collection. The basic fact is if you wanted to hoard all these coins, you're more than quite welcome. That's your prerogative. But you shouldn't actually get the illusion that they're going to be worth lots of money in the future. Because pretty much if they're not worth lots of money now, in 2022, especially if it's a really older coin like the 1970, it's not going to be worth lots of money in the future because these are all very common coins, and pretty much most of these you can get uncirculated in sets or another type of commemorative issuance that was put out. Anyway, hope this helps you. Leave a comment down below and have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.